5 seconds to go. Start. Madam, I rise to support the bill which seeks to include certain tribal communities in the list of scheduled tribes. Some members here have demanded the inclusion of certain tribes from Karnataka in the list of scheduled tribes. My party and myself support that demand. The Honorable Minister had said in the statement of objects and reasons that the state government of Jammu and Kashmir had been making demands for a long time for the inclusion of these four tribal communities as mentioned in the bill. But the central government has accepted their demand after a long time. It is not the questions of four tribal communities of Jammu and Kashmir alone. We have many tribal communities in Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, and Odisha who have not yet found a place in the list of scheduled tribes even after 65 years of independence. As a result, they have been deprived of various benefits conferred upon them under the Constitution. We feel that such tribes of the said states should also be included in the list of scheduled tribes so that they can also enjoy the various benefits like other tribals in the country. Madam, it is not the question of conferring economic benefits alone upon the tribals. We shall have to see that their languages, education, and cultures are protected properly. We have noticed that the languages of many tribal communities living in our country have not been developed fully. Their cultures also have not been developed fully. Consequently, the cultures of such tribals are almost on the point of extinction. Naturally, the tribals have become very much concerned with the preservation of their culture. We find serious discontent among the tribals on account of this. The imperialist powers and secessionist forces are taking advantage of this kind of discontent among the tribals. I come from the northeastern region. There, the tribals have discontent due to non preservation of their languages and cultures. The imperialist powers are taking advantage of their discontent and inciting them to secede from India. For such secessionist tendencies among the tribals, the policy of the government of India on tribals is responsible. On the basis of that policy, it has not been possible so far to develop the languages and cultures of the tribals in India. The tribals are unable to enjoy the protection given to them under the Constitution. Therefore, tribals have started demanding autonomous councils there. We feel that the tribals should be conceded autonomous councils so that they can preserve their languages, cultures, and their ancient civilizations. My party further feels that such an autonomy to the tribals is not outside the framework of the Constitution of India, but the tribals have been deprived of their legitimate rights due to 65 years misrule of Congress government at the center. As a result, the imperialist power and secessionist forces are taking full advantage of the growing discontent among tribals in our country. In certain states, Naxalites are also taking advantage of such a discontent among the tribals. Our Home Minister had a meeting with the chief ministers of certain states the day before yesterday in order to find out ways and means to curb the activities of the Naxalites. We do not think that the activities of Naxalites can be curbed through military force or police force. We can pacify the tribals only by conceding their legitimate demands. Tribals are justified increasing the discontent if they find that their communities are on the point of extinction. Madam, the tribal problem is very acute in Tripura. In this old tribal princely state, due to the influx of refugees from East Pakistan, the tribals are now 28% of the total population there. The influx of refugees is still on from present Bangladesh, not only in Tripura but also in other parts of northeastern region. It is known to all the members in this house that the Communist Party Marxist government established autonomous district council for the tribals in Tripura. The refugees are entering those areas also, which are under the jurisdiction of the Autonomous District Council. The main object behind the movement of refugees in those areas is to turn the tribals into minorities in their own areas, and such a movement has been possible due to the policy of the present Congress committee here. Madam, when we were struggling for the rights of the tribals in Tripura, the Congress party in Tripura and is the then president were opposed to the establishment of autonomous district council in the state. The said president of the Congress party wanted the non-tribals to send him to the Lok Sabha so that he can move an amendment to repeal the 6th and 7th schedule to the constitution. It is our misfortune that we are still following a policy which does not permit safeguard the interest of the tribals. I demand that inner line permit should be introduced in Tripura. The Tripura Legislative Assembly has accepted this demand by passing a resolution unanimously on this issue. Stop.